Throughout this video today, you will see one of the most beautiful places in Florida. Today we're talking about the Buck Tower Gardens.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going on an exploration. Today we're gonna go and explore one of the most famous spots in Florida, and hopefully you're gonna enjoy. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this new channel where we're gonna be exploring some new stuff. And here's for the first video, we're gonna be talking about the Buck Tower Gardens. So hopefully you guys are ready for this adventure. Yay, let's go! This channel is gonna involve me going to different places, different restaurants, different, places around the country, around the state of Florida and stuff like that. And that way we can discover, and at the same time, let you know on the best spots to visit. Deep in Florida, guys, deep in Florida. This is very interesting because literally there's almost no human beings right now in here. So you get to actually fully enjoy nature to yourself. This is very nice. Plus there's a little bit of breeze. Feels very good. And by the way, if you don't know nothing about the Buck Tower, quick heads up on what it is.
Buck Tower Gardens is a 250-acre garden and bird sanctuary located in Lake Wales, Florida. This garden was created by Edward Buck in the 1920s. Formerly known as the Buck Mountain Lake Sanctuary and Singing Tower, it developed with the ages and is now home to many attractions including the Singing Tower and its 60-bell carillon, the Buck Extrada, the Pinewood Estate, known as El Retiro, the Pine Ridge Trail, and the Visitor Center. The Buck Tower Gardens is a national historic landmark. And hopefully, throughout this video, you will be getting a glimpse of how beautiful this scenery actually is. And to start with, we're gonna start with some history. So let's discover how this place actually came to be. The story starts when Edward William Buck, editor of the magazine The Ladies' Home Journal, and his wife Mary Louise Curtis Buck went to Florida after his retirement in the winter of 1921. The Bucks loved the beauty of the area so bad they decided to create a 25-acre bird sanctuary on the ridge's highest hill to protect the land from being developed. They commissioned an architect called Frederick Law Olmsted Jr. to transform what they would qualify as a sandhill into, and I quote, a spot of beauty second to none in the country. And so from there, they started digging. The first year, they digged trenches, they laid pipes, and after that, the soil was brought to the site by thousands of truckloads, and the planting begins. Olmsted's plan included the planting of 1,000 large live oaks, 10,000 azaleas, 100 sable palms, 300 magnolias, and 500 gordonias, as well as hundreds of fruit shrubs such as blueberries and hollies. The gardens right now are actually 10 times bigger what it was supposed to be in the beginning, and it features a lot of fir, a lot of pines, a lot of everything. The plantings also included camellias, tree ferns, creeping fig, yupon, crinum, spider lily, monstera, wax myrtle, and so much more. The site is a refuge for more than 100 bird species. Wild turkeys and groups of sandhill cranes are also often seen wandering the grounds. And personally, from going there and walking there by myself, that I can totally say that that place feels magical, and we totally need to preserve that place for the future, for our sake and for nature's sake, for everybody's sake. There is literally that pure sentiment of calmness and peacefulness, and totally feels like a place where you can disconnect from everybody at least for a few hours, and you can be totally out there enjoying yourself in nature, And next, while walking a little bit more in the park, you come to discover the El Retiro. Going on the hill right now.
A little bit of a workout, but hey, it's good. Getting the body functioning, you know. Let's see where El Retiro is. What is that? Scary stuff in here, guys. But at the same time, you see, you think you're in a dangerous place or whatsoever, but no. Just a fun walk in Florida. The Pinewood Estate is about 8 acres of the garden, and it features a 20-room Mediterranean Revival mansion. This was built between 1930 and 1932 as a winter residence for Austin Buck, which was the vice president of the Bethlehem Steel Company in Pennsylvania. The mansion's former name was El Retiro, and it has been restored to its 1930s appearance. Buck Tower Gardens hosts several events at the mansion during the year. The estate was entered into the National Registry for Historic Places in December 1985. Guided tours of the mansions are given daily. You just gotta remember that you gotta pay a little fee of like $10 at the entrance. Personally, I didn't do the tour myself because it was kind of packed to get into that mansion. And so I didn't want it to wait there for a couple hours. So I just went around and looked around the mansion. And all I can say, the scenery outside of that mansion is absolutely mesmerizing. You can truly see that everything was constructed a long time ago. And the fact that they restored everything back to the original of how it was in the 1930s, absolutely amazing. Go subscribe. Like this video. It also has a beautiful garden inside the garden, and it is on the Pine Ridge Nature Preserve Trail, which is a trail of ecosystems such as longleaf pines, sandhill habitats, and a dense ground cover of perennial grasses that include a nature trail that begins at the window by the pond and extends for 3/4 of a mile, and then at the visitor center. And it is said that a long time ago, the Lake Wales Ridge was a chain of islands. The plants and animals found on the ridge are unique because they evolved on the chain of islands, which is why the most rare plants and animals can be found in the area. This Pine Ridge is also home to a lot of endangered species, including the gopher tortoise, the eastern indigo snake, and the Florida mouse. One thing to never forget about this whole video: protect our ecosystem, and our ecosystem will protect us. Don't forget about it. And in the park, as you're walking around, you kind of discover something. You see like a big tower, and that big tower is singing. Well, welcome to the Singing Tower. I love it. Very mystique, guys. Very mystique. Wow, that is crazy. That's nice to look at, though. By 1925, Buck had decided to replace the bird sanctuary's water tower with a stone water and bell tower. He hired an architect called Milton Metairie to design the most beautiful tower in the world. The 60-bell carillon occupies only the top of the Singing Tower. Some of the rest contained large water tanks to irrigate the gardens, with Buck's study at the base. The 15-foot wide moat surrounding the tower's base now serves as a koi pond. The Gothic Revival Tower was built at the highest elevation of the site, south of a reflecting pool that reflects its full image. The tower is 51 feet at its base and a height of 150 feet, with each of the 8 sides at 37 feet wide. It is a bulk of pink Etowah marble and gray Creole marble, mined in Tate and Coquina stone from St. Augustine, Florida. I talked about St. Augustine, Florida. Go watch that video. The architectural sculpture was designed and executed by Lee Lowry and depicts Florida flora and fauna. Metal worker Samuel Yellen designed and executed the iron interior staircase, the iron gates to the 2 bridges over the moat, and the Great Bass Door, which features
30 scenes from the book of the Genesis. The American Institute of Architects awarded Metairie its 1928 gold medal for his Mountain Lake Sanctuary and Singing Tower. And to understand the tower a bit more, the bell chamber is on the 8th floor of the tower, and just below it is a playing room that houses the clavier or keyboard that controls the bell. The bells are stationary, only the clappers move to sound them. And in its 6th floor is the studio for the carillonneur. Recitals are given daily. The tower's interior is not generally open to the public. The 1st floor was Edward Buck's study and is now called the Founder's Room. The 2nd floor houses the Chow Research Center Archives, a collective of institutional records related to the tower. And then on the 3rd, it contains water tanks, with the 4th floor, which is a workroom. The 5th houses the Anton Breeze Carillon Library, said to be the largest library of carillon music in the world. And generally, this tower is an amazing sight to look at, with the beautiful music that's coming out of it. Actually, when you sit there and you just listen to it in that beautiful scenery where you actually are, you can pretty much spend hours and don't even look at the time. It is such a mesmerizing moment. I totally advise everybody watching this video to at some point go to the park, go next to the tower in between like 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. usually, and you can hear it, I'm telling you. And usually throughout the year, there are multiple events going around in the garden, and you can usually get all of those information from their website. So I totally advise you to go to their website and check it out for yourselves, guys. For all of these events, these vary year to year. The events include concerts such as jazz and orchestral music and the daily playing of the carillon bells. Most popular are the semi-annual evening symphony concerts given once in the fall and once in the spring. These draw thousands of visitors to the large field in front of the tower for an outdoor picnic and feature music from both the orchestra and the carillon. I would recommend to everybody to go and visit at least once in your lifetime. That place is so peaceful, and if you're looking for a nature getaway per se, that is the perfect excursion for you and your loved one, or your loved ones, for example.
Well, guys, that was our visitation of the Buck Tower Gardens. Hopefully you liked it. This was very fascinating, very hot. Don't forget, we're in Florida. If you're looking to come here, make sure that you got some water, you're staying hydrated, and don't stay too much in the sun. And especially apply some sunscreen too, guys, because when you're coming in here, you never know.
So on that note, I hope you liked this video. Please leave me a like and comment down below what you think of this park, and let me know down below if you already visited it or not. And remember, always keep your trash on you until you can throw it in a trash bin. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!